How are you, Mr. Rashid?
Yes, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to all of you to enjoy our regular show, Sports Talk with Shamsul Islam. And our today's topic, the modern coaching and development techniques in volleyball. To talk on this topic, we have some distinguished guests from home and abroad. First, I would like to meet with them. Top of the screen in the left side, we have Mr. Mohammad Yousuf Sadeq, the head coach, men's national volleyball team, Afghanistan, and also deputy chief of internal audit at CARE International in Afghanistan. At the bottom of the left corner, Khandker Rashid, the former volleyball player and now a coach of ASPTS Army Bangladesh. At the bottom right corner of your screen, Peter van Tarel from Netherlands, and he is the development manager volleyball in Netherlands and also development commission member of Federation of International Volleyball Federation. Dear gentlemen, welcome to my show. Good afternoon. How are you? Mr. Mohammad, start.
Yes, thanks for inviting us in this great event. So I would like to say salam alaikum and hello to all audience that you are going to just watch this show, and also for the rest of the panel which is invited in this meeting, Peter and Rashid. I hope you are doing well as well.
Thank you so much. Now I'm giving floor to Mr. Khandker Rashid. How are you? Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thanks to you. You give an opportunity to speak with the legends of world volleyball. So you know Peter, one of the legends, and Sadeq also.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khandker Rashid. Now I'm going to Mr. Peter van Tarel from Netherlands.
Yes,
how are you, sir? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for your invitation. It is very interesting to be here and to have some discussions together about volleyball. And I'm looking forward to it.
We are looking forward too. You know, volleyball is such a popular game in the globally. Here in Bangladesh, it is a very much of a popular game. We have regularly tried to hold the international events and home, and also try to participate in the abroad some international events too. So I'm going to Mr. Yousuf Sadeq initially. Since you are the national team coach of Afghanistan, you have visited here in Bangladesh, you know a bit about our standard of volleyball and enthusiasm here at Bangladesh regarding volleyball. So how do you feel? What is the current standard of South Asian volleyball, special reference with Afghanistan and Bangladesh?
Thanks for your question. Yes, as you mentioned, just I think 3 times we have visited Bangladesh for official competition. Of course, volleyball with conducting the Central Zone Championship, which usually Bangladesh is initiating to be the host for this Central Zone Championship. So I do remember the first championship which has been conducted on 2015, and I was coaching the national volleyball team of Afghanistan. So compared to that time, if we compare the Central Zone level, it's much better than 2015 up to now, 2020. Especially Bangladesh volleyball is developing very well, and I am sure Mr. Atiqul Islam is investing a lot on trying his best to develop volleyball in Bangladesh. And not only in Bangladesh, I am witness that he's trying to improve volleyball in Central Zone of Asia. He has a great contribution to the Central Zone volleyball improvement. So, but still we know that compared to the European countries and the worldwide and other Asian countries, so still we need to work hard and improve our volleyball in this zone. So we do remember that a lot of achievement has been done by national volleyball team of Bangladesh compared to 2015. So it's mean that there is people who are doing hard working and trying to improve volleyball in Bangladesh. Same as Afghanistan, just we cannot compare the facilities which we have in Afghanistan and the environment which we have in Afghanistan. We cannot compare it with Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, and India. So, but still, we are also trying our best to improve volleyball in our country. And I'm sure Mr. Rashid is witness that we perform a really great level of efforts to beat some of Central Zone teams, which with the very limited resources we achieved to this achievement. So I think there's a lot to say, but it's good to give chance to others to talk as well.
Thank you so much for introductory speech from Mohammad Yousuf Sadeq, a nice gentleman from Afghanistan, the national team coach of volleyball. Now I'm going to Peter van Tarel from Netherlands. He is working with the Federation of International de Volleyball, which is the world organization to look after the volleyball globally. And we know Europe is a very popular and famous for volleyball, and volleyball is an Olympic event. So how you are working to develop volleyball globally in the Federation of FIVB?
Well, we have different categories of federations, from very big federations with a lot of participants, organizing big events, very professional, to the federations who are willing to develop but have lack of facilities. So what we are trying to do is to set up cooperations between stronger federations and the federations who have to make a step forward in their development. Like the Netherlands and Nepal are working closely together for 3 years now, and we are sharing ideas, knowledge, expertise, and also human resources to develop volleyball in that country. And we try to do the same with other countries. And I think it's the responsibility of the strong federations to stretch out, to reach out to the smaller federations and help them. It starts with an idea. It starts with working very hard, like Afghanistan is doing now. There are almost no facilities, but the people are working very hard, and they are showing that they are willing to take steps in development. They are willing to invest themselves. And then finally, they reach out their hand to the stronger federation. And it's I think, the responsibility of the stronger federation to take that hand, to accept it, and to lead them. Yeah. So this is how we try to do it now.
Again, I will back to you. Now I'm going to Mr. Khandker Rashid. You are a player in the national level. You have been played in the domestic top level volleyball. Later, you become a coach. So how do you feel the current standard of Bangladesh volleyball, where we need to be? Actually, are we there? Are you satisfied with the standard of volleyball these days here in Bangladesh?
Yes, we have to improve more. You know, we have big problem, the pipeline. We don't have any pipeline. Same problem in Afghanistan. They don't have pipeline. So we have to go in the grassroots, I think. If we go to the school level and we have to grow up our players day by day, then I hope we will be at least Asia champion. Suppose think about Japan. They goes down. They were third place in 1964 Olympic, 68 second place, and 72 they got gold medal. Right after that, they fall down. Again, they come back. The 2019 they played in World Cup final against Brazil. They lost against Brazil, but they played final. It's big achievement. So we have to. They actually Japan did like that. They started volleyball from school volleyball. They developed their school volleyball in college, then university. That's why they are world runner-up. So if we start from the school, I hope we'll be at least Asia champion.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Khandker Rashid, for talking about the current standard and expectations from Bangladesh volleyball. Now, Mr. Mohammad Yousuf Sadeq, tell us, the modern coaching techniques has been improved a lot, we know, since you are the national team coach. So how the volleyball coaches in different countries can enhance their skill by gaining some training or anything else? You tell us details.
Thanks for your question. Based on my experience, which I have from volleyball, which I used to be the national team and national team player, and become a coach and start developing or improving my capacity, attending level 1 FIVB, then level 2, 3, and now as an instructor. So what I'm thinking that the coaches themselves, they should improve themselves. So it's not possible by other people to push them to improve themselves, to do this, which is not possible.
Federation has some responsibility. Federations have some responsibility to also take them ahead.
Sure. Just from my experience, what I did. So I'm explaining that. So this was of course federation responsibility, and the federation is trying to develop their coaches, their system, but still it's depend to the people who are involved in this sport. So if federation pushed them, but they were not interested and they didn't have this capacity to build their capacity, so it's not possible at all. So for the moment in Afghanistan, we are asking people to join the level 1. We are conducting level 1 coaching courses. Level 2, we are sending people outside for attending the courses, but still when they are coming back, or even when they are attending the courses inside Afghanistan, we are not able to use those people for volleyball. Just they are leaving for attending for 10 days, but they are leaving the course. And they are leaving the volleyball because there is no interest. There is no money, or there is no, what should I say? So that's why these people I think it's belong to their coach.
There is no career security in volleyball, especially in Afghanistan.
Sure.
That's why they're not interested to. This
is the correct word that you are using. I think in Central Asia or in South Asia, it's the same problem for all countries. So the people who are too much interested, which is not too many people, they are trying to build their capacity, but the rest who are not interested, the rest who are busy with other businesses which they cannot give time for volleyball, they just attend the courses and will leave. So coming to your question, I think there is a lot of like options that a coach can improve theirself or develop their capacity. So there is FIVB coaching courses, there is national courses, there is a lot of resources in the internet, there is connection, there is like the globally, the worldwide become like a village. So easily they can contact with other coaches, they can have their experience, they can ask questions from them. There is a lot of option that a coach, if they want, if they are willing, they can improve their capacity.
Well said. Now we are living in a global village through internet connectivity or social
Sure.
media connectivity. So we can have a lot of opportunity. And through this medium, we have arranged this discussion program.
This is an example, sure.
Yeah, surely. From Netherlands, Mr. Peter Van Tarel. From Afghanistan, Yousuf Sadeq joins us, and of course, Mr. Rashid. Mr. Peter, I'm looking forward to you to hear. Volleyball is a massive thing. Just we can't focus on the players' development. We need to do some infrastructural development, indoor facilities development, age grouping level, instructors, organizers, and so many. So since you are doing for the FIVB as a member in that world global organizations, can you tell us some development model, a country like Bangladesh, how they can move forward with volleyball?
Yes, I think that Mohammad Yousuf already mentioned it very clearly.
Tell it a bit loudly because I can't listen.
Of course. This
loudly.
is better?
Tell it loud.
Okay. I think Mohammad Yousuf already explained it very clearly. You need professionalism in your organization. And to have professionalism, you need resources, financial resources. And to gain financial resources, the most important thing is to have a strong national team. If you have a strong national team, then you can build up your marketing, you can gain resources, and then you have the responsibility to invest it in your organization, in your infrastructure. So not only salary for the players or for the head coach, but also I think it starts with good people who have time and expertise to work for volleyball. And if you can create that, then they will create more resources. They will create development. But I think it starts with that. So this is also what we try to do internationally. We build strong world competitions. There is a business model for that, a marketing strategy, and finally, with the money you gain with that, the resources, you can invest in development. So this is the structure, how it's built now. And I think it also works for federations and national level.
Please, Peter, give us a short description or a glimpse regarding Netherlands volleyball right now.
The games in the Netherlands now. Well, due to Corona, we were in lockdown. But now finally,
under lockdown anyway.
We are opening up again. So we just had our first competition, the beach volleyball competition last week. But normally we have, I can tell you something about the infrastructure here. We have around 1,000 volleyball clubs and 110,000 members. They all pay a contribution to the federation, and the federation is organizing the competition. So that means that we have people to organize like 100,000 matches every year for all different age groups. And we have a national team with players who play abroad. They play in the strongest competitions in the world. And I think that is our concern, that even young players are leaving our country to play abroad. And that means that our competition, our national competition, our national league is not one of the strongest. And also that makes it difficult to gain resources from sponsors. So our concern is to make sure that the top players can play with the strongest competitions in the world, but the younger players, the juniors, who are leaving abroad also now, stay in our country and play in our national league. and therefore we have to professionalize our national league. So we have challenges, but I think they are from different level than the challenges in Bangladesh or maybe in Afghanistan.
Thank you. Later we will discuss a few more things. How can Bangladesh volleyball can be benefited from Netherlands and FIVB? Now, Mr. Khandker Rashid, tell us some development process which you will suggest for our volleyball here in Bangladesh. How can we move forward?
So Peter told about their league. Okay, they have national league, but in Bangladesh, suppose league, our league means Dhaka Premier Division League. All right, Dhaka First Division League, Dhaka Second Division League, but only one seat is league. So we have to implement national volleyball league. The national volleyball league very important. Suppose in cricket.
Earlier it was national
BPL.
championship, Mr. Khandker Rashid, I am interrupting you. Earlier it was national championship where 64 districts taking part within themselves. It is not happening right now?
Yes, I understood your question. This is very unfortunate. You know, the national championship, in national championship, how many districts are taking part? Hardly 23 districts. Only 23 out of 64. That means the rest of the districts are not playing volleyball. We have to develop our whole country's volleyball. First of all, we have to go to our district level, district school tournament we can organize. Inter-district school tournament we can organize. All right. Then inter-college, inter-university like that, or inter-district. Then we will get youth player. Otherwise, it is impossible. Suppose think about Netherlands. There are how many population over there? 18 million hardly. But in our country, 170 million people. So we can bring more and more players than Netherlands. But we don't have any system. It's a big problem. The system. They have good system. They are making huge player out of 18 million people. But we are not doing that. Why? This is the problem, only the system. We have to go grassroots. Otherwise, you cannot develop your volleyball or other scheme.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have to work with the school kids, strengthen our pipeline so that we can do much better in the senior level, even in the South Asian level, followed by Asian level.
Suppose things. First of all, we have to develop our domestic volleyball. If you don't develop your domestic volleyball, you cannot make your strong national team.
Yeah, surely. Mr. Mohammad Yousuf Sadeq, can you tell us in other discipline we can see that franchise league is more of a popular events in the countries like IPL in cricket, BPL in cricket here in Bangladesh. So can we introduce franchise volleyball league to make it more popular to the countrymen and to the upcoming young generation? How we can develop volleyball here in this South Asian region?
Thanks. It's like a good question. So on 2019 in Nepal, I'm sure Peter has witnessed on that meeting in the Central Zone. So there was some agenda point that if we could conduct volleyball league in Central Zone, not only the championship. So it's good to have a volleyball league inside the Central Zone or East Zone of Asia, South Zone of Asia. But still, it's like, I think COVID-19 had a lot of implications, just postponed this issue. So we had planned to raise this issue on May, which we had planned to conduct a Central Zone Championship in Bangladesh. There was a Central Zone meeting as well. So there was some initiative or some idea about to have a Central Zone volleyball league, which is very important for us. And at the same time, we have talked about the under 20 championship in Asia and Central Asia to conduct this event as well, which is very important. As Mr. Rashid said, so we have to start from the group grassroots. So we have to make under 20, we have to make under 60, we have to go to school to develop volleyball in Central Zone. Otherwise, just having a senior national team will not be enough for development of volleyball in any countries, especially in Asia. As I so just if I could change the topic. So as I have some research and information about the East, South Asia and Central Zone of Asia, so people are very interested for volleyball.
Yeah.
When there is a very there is very small competition or only even one match, you can see like audience are around, more than 1,000. So it means there is like ground for volleyball improvement in Central Zone and Asia. So it's need for some making it a systematic, some funds, some resources, which I would like to appreciate the way Netherlands Volleyball Federation started to work jointly with Nepal to have like a project with them to develop volleyball and Nepal. So same as Netherlands, if other countries, other developed countries, like start to work with this Central Zone countries, I think it will be very easy to improve volleyball in this region. Like I can say that here on our Central Zone, we all are working voluntarily for volleyball. We are not receiving anything from volleyball. But in other part of the world, the people are not doing like this. So it means that there is some interest compared to some more interest compared to other countries. So I think if we just make a systematic process for this, it would be very easy to improve volleyball or develop volleyball in this zone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammad. Now, Peter, can we introduce some exchange program or any assistance can we have from Netherlands Volleyball or even from FIVB to develop the standard of volleyball? Since here in Bangladesh, volleyball means some services team are conducting with volleyballs, not as a whole, massively. We cannot work, we are not working with volleyball. So can you assist us? How can you assist us?
Of course. Well, it starts with ambition. And I think there is a lot of ambition in Bangladesh. And the next step is to define what are our goals. So what kind of ambition do we have and what do we want to work on first? And what do we need for that? Do we need expertise or knowledge? Do we need resources, facilities? What is needed for that? And of course, we are willing to cooperate and to share ideas and to discuss all topics. I think the FIVB already is supporting a lot of federations every year through the project hub. Every federation can apply for technical support or educational courses for coaches, referees, materials. So the federation can apply for that. But what we are working on now and what we are discussing in the Development Commission also is that it starts with a plan. So asking for 100 or 1,000 balls has no use if there is no plan how to distribute them, how to work with that, if you don't have coaches, if you don't have grassroots levels. So it all starts with a plan. And then I think, of course, we are willing to discuss that and to collaborate.
Sure. Thank you. Mr. Rashid, can you tell us which sorts of facilities, assistance we can seeking from these developed nations like Netherlands and FIVB? What types of assistance we can seeking from them?
Can you repeat the question again? I couldn't understand that one.
I'm asking you what sorts of assistance we can seek from Netherlands Volleyball or from FIVB. They're waiting to assist us. So what sorts of assistance we are looking forward to them to develop our volleyball?
Actually, the question for our federation authority. Okay, this is not for me. I am coach. You know, I am coach. My work actually developed the volleyball. My developed a player skill. Okay, but I'm saying we need obviously we need balls. Okay, we have to provide balls to our 64 district. They need to practice. Okay, we need also coaches. If we get a foreign coach, it will be very good for us. You know, the white skin very demandable face in our country. If I provide the white skin coach, it will be great. Children will be interested to play volleyball.
Your skin is very much white, that's for sure. Your skin is white, that's for sure.
Now, if Netherlands provides some coaches involved, it will be great for Bangladesh. First of all, the Bangladesh Volleyball Federation, they need to be more active. They have to apply to Netherlands or FIVB. FIVB and Netherlands and others developed countries, they are ready to help us. Suppose before 20 or 25 years, Japan helped a lot. You know, there's a mat in Sadeq saw that one. That mat actually provided by Japan in free of cost. Only we paid their duties.
Very nice. Now, Mr. Mohammad Yousuf Sadeq, being a coach, what is your suggestions towards the volleyball players, how they can keep fit themselves within this lockdown situation globally?
Yes, definitely this lockdown.
Make it short because our time limitations is there.
Okay, definitely this Corona and COVID-19 just affected the players and the performance of the players and even the performance of the teams. So of course they have to do some fitness practice in their homes so they can improve their jumps because it can be alone. They can fit their bodies. They can keep fit their bodies at home to do some exercises to to do not get fat. So these are the things that for volleyball we all know that being strong and having a high jump will help us a lot. So these things can be improved individually. So it doesn't need to play with a team to to do high jumps, to have a fit body, to have a strong arms. So these things don't need some things. Of course, it's good for them to watch the videos of the famous players that how they are doing, how they are performing. They can watch their own videos, the previous, maybe they didn't have time to watch their videos to analyze their skills, that how they perform. So these things can help them to come to the courts with a different idea, with a different approach, with a different plan. Of course, planning is a good things that they can make a plan for themselves. That's after Corona, from where they should start, how they start, what is their mission, what is their vision, what their objectives, where they want to go. They want to stay at the national level. They want to go to the international level. So these things, it's like an other side. This is a good opportunity for them to think about, because during the competition, during the practice, it's not easy for players to give time to think about these things. So I'm thinking that this is a good time for them to make this as an opportunity for themselves to bring some changes to their performances for the future.
Thank you so much. Mr. Khandker Rashid, 1 minute more for you. I'm asking, what is the challenges are waiting after COVID-19 for the volleyball players? As a coach, tell us, challenges after COVID-19.
Yes, it is a big challenge, you know, already. So facing some employees this challenge. Okay, and the same problem we will face right after the COVID situation. I hope we can recover it very quick. It is day by day we are recovering. Inshallah, in a short time we will recover it and we will go to our previous work soon.
Thank you so much. Peter, for the last time, I'm giving you the floor. Lot of audience from home and abroad are watching us today and today's show regarding volleyball development and coaching techniques. So concluding remarks from you, Peter.
Well, some last advice. I think stay eager to learn and to develop yourself. This is advice for coaches, for players, for managers, for everyone. So search for information, set goals for yourself and develop yourself. Stay eager and share your passion. If volleyball is in your blood, share it with everyone who wants to listen. Even if they don't want to listen, share with them. Make visible what you are doing. Also, as a federation, make visible what you are doing. Every activity, post it online, broadcast it. Make sure that everybody knows that volleyball is the biggest family sport in the world and the greatest game.
Absolutely, well said. Dear audience, you have watched a wonderful discussion program with the gentlemen from Afghanistan, Mohammad, Yousuf, Sadeq, and Khandker Rashid from Bangladesh, and of course, Peter van Tarel from Netherlands for volleyball. Thank you very much, the gentlemen, for joining me in this particular show. I'm Shamsul Islam, presenting you with the Sports Talk with Shamsul Islam. Thank you once again to everybody for watching, joining, and hope stay tuned with me for the next shows. We will discuss on many sporting issues in the coming days. Bye-bye. Stay safe, stay blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.